Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semifinal collision. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Center down for the offense. First down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaking free at the 35. They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41.
Chris, what a way to start this game. All this hype and build up for the playoff game. Offensive line says, hey, put it on our back. We'll be able to get things going. And if you can keep running the football like this, man, does it open up the entire playbook.
One play moves the ball to the 41. It'll be first down. To the air, it's Nicholson. Close to the tight end. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
It's a good call against man coverage, but the execution made the play there.
New center down for the offense. First and 10. The defense with more pre-snap movement. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on first and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of playing moving forward.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get them off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. So the screen on first down is snuffed out nicely, and now they're behind the sticks here.
Yeah, the offense tried to fool this defense by going the screen on first down, but give the defense all the credit in the world. They're not fooled at all. Read that perfectly, able to chase that down for a loss.
Looking to throw yet again. It's a fly to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
First and goal, handoff. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now. The Mountaineers will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Ball sits at the 2-yard line for third and goal. Receiver in motion now. Third and goal, looking to throw for it. Pass is caught. They've got him down behind the line. They lose yardage on that completion.
I love the aggressive approach here throwing the football, but they're going in the wrong direction. Losing yards when you're this close to the goal line, and that's not ideal.
Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Dropping back, it's Willis. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Bringing pressure. He cannot escape. Defense with a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And he lofts it toward the sideline. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
He's moving out of the pocket now. Oh, that's just a throwaway there on third down. And now a fourth down play coming up.
Well, he just threw it away here, Chris, and it's not the worst decision. You wish he'd find a guy open to give him a chance for this offense to convert, but at least they have some room now to work if they want to bring the punter out.
Returner tackle right there. That's what will start the drive. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. And they improved upon that here. Looking to make a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. And the Mountaineers come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Scanning the field, it's Nicholson. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. rips off a big gain. Finally tackled at the 46.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Grab behind the line. It's Edwards. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This play's really well defended here by the defense. They try to sneak the back out. The defense is aware of it. Not only aware of it, keep him short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Sometimes those backs can sneak out unidentified. This time the defense saw it and made the play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. The shotgun handoff here. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. Can they pick up the 1st on the ground? Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Mountaineers pick up enough yardage for a 1st down. Handoff here from the shotgun. A gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. There's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Mountaineers. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Returner decides to field it. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 1st period of play. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
To throw, it's Willis. Defense is coming after him. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
It has been a tough 1st half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the 2nd half.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And the ball is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. And that's a solid return after the interception.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring.
Virginia offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Finds room at the 30. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Go with the toss play here to the left side. Let's give credit to the guys up front, the offensive line, center, guard, tackle. They seal the edge. But I love seeing the receiver's willingness to be a part of that and a good job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play cannot be spilled out of the backfield and into the open field. So everyone handled their responsibilities perfectly to pick up some nice yards.
Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. And the Mountaineers hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Back to pass. It's Nicholson. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, this is so deflating for this defense on third and short. Good coverage downfield. They take away all the short routes, but the one guy that they don't account for is the quarterback and his legs. Picks up the first down by being athletic there and great awareness.
The Mountaineers are looking to keep this drive going. Looks right for a quick completion. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
Pick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They'll run it from the gun. And the one moves the ball up to the 33. No huddle now for the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Good enough for the first down to the 37.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. Makes a quick grab. Fighting him off. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. BYU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up the first down here on this next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run the option. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The offense will go for here on 4th down and 3. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They get him at the 42. Good enough for a first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Brigham Young.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the West Virginia offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. He'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
To throw, it's Nicholson. Receiver makes the grab. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And they heave it deep downfield. And it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Here goes the BYU offense back out on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. And he lobs it deep down the middle. Caught near the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, BYU.
You know, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
And the PAT is good. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. So here we go. The first play of the drive. Less than a minute to play before halftime. Looking to throw. It's Nicholson. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. That is a huge play. Finally brought down at the 46-yard line.
And just like that, Chris, all of a sudden the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, they changed their approach. That's a big play. So instead of just maybe trying to get into field goal range, now they're really thinking they got a shot to maybe get the ball in the end zone.
A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looks to the left. Pass caught. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
The sure hands. It's Robinson. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Nicholson. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, West Virginia. They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. This is a squib kick, picked up by one of the outmen. Tackle made out at the 40. That's a good return. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. Testing the right side here. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Mountaineers will kick this away to begin the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time. Their first down loss at 2nd and long from the 23. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Dropping back. It's Willis. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
He's running out of time here. Slides to avoid the big hit.
This is a deflating play for this defense on 3rd and short. Good coverage. They take away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for is the quarterback. and he uses his legs to pick it up.
BYU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Now it's 2nd down here. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Caught quickly. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And this offense picks up the 1st down. They tackle him at the 44.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Spot the ball at the 22. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And the single back takes the handoff. Oh, there's the stiff arm. Refusing to be stopped on this play. Touchdown, Brigham Young. A strong fight back.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
PAT is good. They draw within 3, 24-21. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. On the move. Can they catch him? They can't catch him. Touchdown. A kick return for a touchdown in a playoff game. This stadium has come alive.
How badly does this guy and this unit want to get to the national championship? This is huge and a game-changing moment that I think we may be looking back at as a turning point in the game. Great blocks and great speed there for the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving his defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
To throw, it's Willis. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They'll make the tackle, but it's enough for a 1st down. Good call on that screen play.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
Completion good for 1st down yardage for this offense. They're going to run it. Fits into space at the 50. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. Looks to the left, and it's complete. They stop him, but it's a first down.
This guy's been such a big factor in this game. Already a couple touchdowns. Now they need the first down. They dial him up again, and he delivers.
BYU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. As the first down is still going. Touchdown, BYU. And the comeback continues. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. That will play a key role in that score.
Now they get set to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. They'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to throw. It's Nicholson. Finds an open target on the left side. It's a nice gain. He'll move the football up to the 27.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
That run takes it across the 30-yard line. The Mountaineers will hustle to the line here to run the hurry-up. They're going to run it here. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Makes a quick catch. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48. First down here for this offense. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. It's a run to the left. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down and goal upcoming. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. Morsel out of bounds, close to the end zone.
Chris, this back has had a great day. They're winning the football game. I just looked at my stats. This guy's hit 99 yards on the day. You can tell how badly he wants to cross the 100-yard threshold. He's been superb today.
And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Nicholson. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And now they'll set up for the point after. Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the 4th quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Bringing it out, it's Anthony. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. Touchdown, Brigham Young. Still plenty of life left. Kirk, you look for rust. You look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast. But I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
Extra point splits the uprights. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Offense is back out on the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Pulls it in. It's Ward. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a 1st down. And the Mountaineers looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Well, how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the 4th.
To the air, it's Nicholson. Running out of time in the pocket. The sophomore calls his own number. Keeps this drive moving.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
The Mountaineers will line up on 1st and 10. Makes the wide receiver coming in motion now. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
The important play right here. Close game, 4th quarter, 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking for the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Ray. And they pick up the 1st down. Tackle at the 25.
Oh, that really hurts for this defense. They get these guys to third down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a first down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Scanning the field. It's Nicholson. Extending the play now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space and lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
Takes the ball, tries the right side here. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Great job by the running back of staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
Grab behind the line. It's Robinson. He's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
On a wide receiver screen with a corner that tight, you've got to do a good job of blocking him or screening him. Nobody there, and the quick reaction by the corner allows him to make a nice play.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. So here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here, try to force a field goal attempt. Using the ground game here, tailback has the handoff. Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Returner looking to create better field position. Return man forced out at the 12. Not a good return and not good field position. Oh. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Back to throw. It's Willis. He flips it to the back across the middle. Finding some room at the 25. In a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's everything you could hope for here for an offense. They make a nice completion here. Thing that really stood out to me, your 4th quarter, late in the game, the clock is essential. Get out of bounds when you can. Get a first down when you can. He does both here to set up the offense here nicely.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, BYU. What a comeback. The ball game is now tied.
What a job by this offense. They work the ball down the field into the end zone to tie this game up. And with under 2 minutes to go, they're an extra point away from taking a lead.
BAT is up and good. They take a 1-point lead here in the final quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. They tackle him at the 8. Good coverage there. Bad decision to bring it out. And the West Virginia offense is back out on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Quick throw over the middle. Makes the catch downfield. An effective play. Good for a first down at the 35. They attack the deep middle of this defense, but come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
Dropping back, it's Nicholson. He's moving out of the pocket. Quick throw to his receiver. Finds the receiver wide open, and he makes his way out of bounds. Good thinking there. Clock is stopped.
Hey, you're trailing late in a game like this. You're looking to get the ball thrown to the outside on the perimeter, make a nice catch, pick up positive yards, and then get out of bounds. If that defense is going to give it to you, take it every time.
They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And now the handoff. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. They crank up the tempo here for this important 3rd down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Comes up with the catch. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. And the Mountaineers lining up here on 1st and 10. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. They're in position now for the possible game winner. Just got to get up to the ball and spike it. Looking to pass. It's Nicholson. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll scramble for a first down and importantly get out of bounds to stop the clock. That's a smart play.
Boy, this young man is doing everything he can to keep his team in this game, and this play checks all the boxes. Need a first down? Check. Get out of bounds and stop the clock? Check. Avoid himself getting a big hit? That's a big check.
The Mountaineers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. And the offense spends a timeout. The clock stopped with just 10 seconds left. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And there's the handoff. And he's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line. The defense backed up against their own end zone. And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. So out comes the field goal unit, one of the biggest moments in this kicker's life. And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. So here we go. In the final seconds, one swing of the leg for the win. Now comes the field goal unit. What a moment for this kicker. A chance to put his team on top in the final minutes of this game. It's good. This playoff run continues with a kick for the ages. That's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Call me for so much shit. I ain't got time to be worried about. surgery.